How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, Toulouse put through an absolute clinic on Castres, and my word, they really showed why they are one of the best teams in world rugby. They ended up coming through with a huge win, and I want to break this game down, so please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow, and let's get into it. So, like I said, Toulouse put through an absolute clinic, ended up beating them 59-12 on the night. It was to be expected. Toulouse are coming through with a very strong squad. Yes, they are still not at full strength. They are still missing a couple key players, but looking at the squad that they do have, it's pretty scary. I mean, they do have both Intermac brothers, Grau at 9, Banos at 7, and then the likes of Black Kinghorn 14, Barassi at 11, Thomas Ramos at 15, and really just putting in a stellar performance. Ramos put in one of these classic performances where he was just everywhere. The guy was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we take a look and you'll see here, yes, Castres did end up getting some points relatively early on, getting themselves 2 penalties pretty early on in the game, but Toulouse really managed to come through and really start taking, they took the bull by the horns, as you can see here, where we have Cramont coming in on 15th minute, getting himself a try. And then things just started to go downhill from there. Yes, Popeline and Palis did manage to get 2 penalties, but the Toulouse, they were just so strong. It was coming. It was bound to happen, because we saw Palis come on and get a try in the 29th minute, but Cramont again on the 34th minute came through with another try, and then guess what? Just on half time, he goes and gets himself another try to top all that off. So pretty much first half hat trick, and yeah, that kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. To be honest, I don't think they got another point for the rest of the game from there. We look straight off the bat, come 41st minute, Intermac comes through with a huge try straight after half time. Again, converted by Ramos. Intermac again on the 46th minute gets another try just a couple minutes after. And guess what? Ramos is not done. He wants more. Goes and gets another conversion. And then again, after that, Lebel comes through a couple minutes later. He wants a bit of action as well. Everybody's getting a bit of fun. Why not him? He goes and gets himself a try. Ramos again gets that conversion. Barassi says, you know what, everybody's here. I'm playing on the wing. Why is everybody else getting some fun? Not me. You know what, 62nd minute, I'm going to get myself a try as well. Now, Ramos doesn't end up converting this. And then ultimately, Chabuni gets a yellow. After that, giving Toulouse just that little bit extra breathing space for Aki to come through and say, you know what, everybody else has had a bit of fun here. I want some too. 75th minute gets converted by Ramos, and then the bell again, just to finish the game off. 79th minute, Ramos converts it on the 80th, and this was an absolute clinic. It was a masterclass. I mean, we take a look here. 15 entries into the 22. 2 for Castres. 2 entries comparing to Toulouse 15. 9 line breaks, 125 carries, 19 kicks, 272 post-contact meters. Yes, 272 post-contact meters. They were just under quadruple the amount. Like, how crazy is that? That shows the dominance that they had. But not even that. We take a look into the defense, right? So 7 dominant tackles, 81 tackles made, 6 tackles missed, turnovers 1, 2, tackle turnover 1, and then tackle offloads allowed 3. Now we go into Castres. 8 dominant tackles, they're slightly better. 150 tackles made, 42 tackles missed, 3 turnovers, 2 tackle turnovers, and then 17 tackle offloads allowed. They just could not handle Toulouse. There was nothing that they could do to Toulouse here. Literally nothing. Every time they tried something, Toulouse were breaking through. They were too fast, they were too quick. At times it really felt like Toulouse were just playing with butter. They were just playing with butter on them, and it kind of showed. It really did show from just how dominant they were. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look here, 58% territory, 65% possession. I mean, you look at the scrums. Castres had 9 scrums with a 38% win percentage. 38% win percentage. When you're talking about professional rugby teams, you're talking about 70-80%. I mean, 70% is pretty low. You should never really see that 70% mark. That is below par. But 38% was just an absolute hiding that they got from me. And even then, Toulouse, I can't even say that they were amazing either. They still had 7 scrums and 80% of them won, right? 19 lineouts with 84% lineout win. That's a lot. That is a lot comparing to Castres. Castres only had 9 with a 78%. Ridiculous. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculous. Attacking stats. 160 passes, 125 ball carries, 272 post contact meters, 9 line breaks. I mean, we look at the penalties conceded. Toulouse had 10 penalties conceded to Castres 22. Ridiculous. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculous. Toulouse, they were just on point. Jack Willis is a scary, scary human being. I don't even understand how England have not changed that rule just to get him in. Just to have him play. Like, come on, seriously. This guy, he pulls up whenever he's needed. Whether he's being captain, whether he's putting in those top level performances, whether he's getting you those meters needed, whether he's getting you that that turnover that you needed, just at that right moment. He does everything. England are missing out. And you have to take in consideration, this is still not a full Toulouse side. They still have a lot of work. They still have a lot of work to do. But if there's anybody that can do it, it is them. So, yeah, absolutely, absolutely brilliant. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in relation to this. Please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.